What's up guys, welcome back. So Monster Hunter Rise has been out for almost 2 weeks now, and I thought I would do this video just as let's say public service announcement to make everyone's hunts a little bit more convenient, let's say. These are just going to be tips that can help make you a better or friendlier hunter, I should say. And it's things I've noticed that people don't exactly do in Monster Hunter Rise. Not everyone is doing it, but the majority of people don't do these things. But let's get into it. The first tip is one that is not exclusive to Monster Hunter Rise. I have been dealing with this for a long time in a lot of Monster Hunter games, and it is about the supply box at the start of the mission. These supplies, everything in it, is a shared supply pool. So there is 4 of pretty much everything in there, give or take. But the main things that are in there that are going to be taken are the first aid meds and the rations. And if you, at the start of it, take more than one, then you're going to hinder someone else because they won't be able to take those first aids. And if they've come into the mission unprepared, yes, they can go into their tent and get prepared, but those 4 extra first aid meds could be the thing that helps keep them alive for longer before dying, or it could be the thing that helps keep them alive when there's only 1 cart remaining. So don't take all of them, don't just slurp everything up that's inside this box. Take 1 of each and move on as quickly as you can, because you want to get to hunting the monster, and if you take too many of the items, then you're just going to mess up someone else. Tip number 2. If someone has deliberately put the monster to sleep, do not wake it up. There's a chance that they've put it to sleep for a very, very specific reason. That reason being they're going to set down bombs, and the bombs do a lot more damage than you and your weapons can do, because the bombs on their own, especially if it's extra large barrel bombs, do 150 damage on their own, but when they are asleep, the first one to explode does 300 damage. So if everyone puts down bombs, that's going to be 8 bombs there. The first one that explodes is going to do 300, then 450 in total with the first 2. And then the other 3 in total is going to add on an extra 300, 300, 300. So you're going to be doing 1350 damage in total as it's asleep. No one's weapons is going to do that much damage in one hit. I don't even think a true charge slash from the strongest charge blade can do that right now, because the first hit has to hit it and it's a weaker hit, and then the second hit of true charge slash is the strong one, and you're not going to be able to set that up perfectly every time with a small monster in no way. So it's best to leave the monster alone when it's sleeping, especially if another player has put the monster to sleep, so that bombs can be placed and you can just blow it up, because there's a good chance that when it blows up, you're going to break at least 1 part at the same time. And monsters can be put to sleep multiple times, so bring extra bombs or ingredients to make bombs. Tip number 3. Do not rely on capturing monsters to get you every item. With this Monster Hunter and previous Monster Hunters, World not included in that, different items are going to be available for when you capture and for when you kill the monster. Case in point, if you look at the Magnum Alloy Blade Plus here, which I have highlighted, you cannot get this when you capture the monster. You have a better chance of breaking every part and then carving the monster. That will give you the best chance of getting Magnum Alloy Blade Plus. If you capture it, you actually lower your chances. But if we look at the other items, you can see that there is a 18% chance to get the Magnum Aloe Skewt, a 35% chance to get the Magnum Aloe Shell, a 25% chance to get the Horn. So all of these ones would be much better, especially with the Horn, where there's no chance to get it from carving, and it's not even a target reward. So your best chance to get the Magnum Aloe Horn Plus is to break the face and then capture it when it's ready. Don't always rely on one method or the other. You will need to change between killing and capturing if you want to maximize your efficiency in getting items. And if you are joining a quest, don't rush to put down the trap when it's ready to capture. Leave that to the discretion of the person who hosted the quest. Chances are they're going to be going for something very specific, so they'll know if it's best to kill it or capture it. So have a little bit of patience there, I suppose is the right word. And for the final tip, this is more to do with wyvern riding than anything else, and there's really two parts to this. First of all, we'll do it as we would do it in the harvest tour. So as you can see, I'm mounting the Bishatin here, and what I'm going to do is run it to the Pookie, and I'm going to hit it 3 times, and then usually what you would do is use the finisher on it. But in this case, not doing that. I've hit it 3 times, it's dropped its 3 shinies, and now I ram Bishatin straight into the Pookie, which makes me dismount. It puts the Pookie straight into the mountain animation or mountain state, which lets me jump straight onto it. And because this is a harvest tour, we're going to run north to the Almudron, and when we get there, we're going to hit that 3 times, make it drop its 3 shinies, and then ram the Pookie into the Almudron, therefore putting it into the mountable state. We'll jump off the Pookie, jump straight onto the Almudron, and then take the Almudron south again and hit the Bishatin 3 times, and then use the big critical finisher move on the Bishatin so that we can get off and do our thing. And at that point, there is 9 shinies on the map for us to collect. 3 from Bishatin, 3 from Pookie, and 3 from Almudron. So we pick all those up and then we just leave, and that gives us some items to do whatever we want with. But if we were in an actual mission and somehow our main target, let's say Bishatin, became mountable and there was another monster close by, what would be best to do there is use your main target, Bishatin, hit the secondary monster 3 times, make it drop its shinies, ram it into your secondary target, therefore making it mountable, jump on it, mount it, make it hit your main target 3 times so that it drops its 3 shinies, and then use your big Punisher move on it at the end to do more damage. That's just how I'm doing things, but other people will have other ways they like to do things. But if my main target becomes mountable and there's another monster in the area, that's what I tend to do. But anyway guys, these are my 4.5 tips to make you a, let's say, friendlier hunter, I think I said at the start. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you take some of them and spread them among other hunters in Monster Hunter Rise. And I'll see you all out there. Have a nice day, and goodbye.